Episode 10 of Marshals opens with a feeling that something big is about to shift, and by the time it ends, that feeling turns into reality as multiple storylines take unexpected turns that change how we see the characters and their relationships. The most surprising development comes through Andrea, whose emotional journey suddenly moves away from Casey and toward Garrett, completely flipping what many viewers expected after the buildup in earlier episodes. What once looked like a slow-burning connection between Andrea and Casey is revealed to be something far less real, while her bond with Garrett, built through shared emotion, music, and understanding, emerges as something deeper and more genuine, even if it initially feels unexpected. As Andrea and Garrett's connection begins to take shape, the episode quickly raises the stakes with the dramatic fire at East Camp, a moment that not only delivers intense action but also defines Garrett's character in a powerful way. His decision to run into the burning barn to save the horses shows a level of courage and selflessness that instantly elevates his role in the story, but the consequences are severe, leaving him with critical injuries that shift the emotional focus of the episode. Casey stepping in to rescue Garrett adds another layer to their dynamic, turning what could have been rivalry into something closer to mutual respect, and possibly even loyalty, as both characters are forced to confront what they mean to each other in a life-or-death situation. At the hospital, the tone shifts into something quieter but deeply emotional, as Casey deals with the aftermath of what happened and finds unexpected support from Dolly, whose presence hints at a growing connection that could become more important in the episodes ahead. This moment is subtle but meaningful, showing that while Casey is still carrying emotional weight from his past, he may finally be ready to open up again, and Dolly might be the one person who can reach him in a way others haven't. At the same time, the episode gives Belle one of the most powerful storylines so far, finally revealing the truth about her past and the tragedy that shaped her life, including her father's role in a mining disaster, his guilt-driven death, and her mother's imprisonment. This backstory not only adds depth to Belle as a character, but also explains her motivations and the reason she chose to become a marshal, making her journey feel more personal and meaningful than ever before. With Andrea's help, Belle reconnects with her mother and chooses forgiveness, a moment that stands out as one of the most emotional scenes in the episode and shows just how much she has grown. Meanwhile, the escaped prisoner storyline adds tension and urgency, especially with the introduction of Neil, whose connection to the Yellowstone world and knowledge of dangerous secrets makes him a major threat, leading Casey to make a drastic decision that puts him at odds with Calvin. The final confrontation between Casey and Calvin is where everything comes together, as Casey prepares to eliminate Neil to protect the Dutton legacy, only for Calvin to arrive and interrupt, creating a moment filled with tension and moral conflict that sets up a major turning point for the story. This clash isn't just about one decision, it's about the fundamental difference in how both characters see justice, loyalty, and right versus wrong, and it's clear that this conflict will only grow stronger in the next episode. As the story moves forward, relationships begin to shift, with Casey potentially growing closer to Dolly, Andrea becoming more emotionally connected to Garrett, and Belle stepping into a stronger version of herself after confronting her past. Everything about episode 10 feels like a setup for something even bigger, as trust begins to break, secrets start to surface, and the characters are pushed into situations where they have to make difficult choices that could define their future. With tensions rising and loyalties being tested, the next episode promises to take these conflicts even further, making it clear that nothing in Marshals will stay the same for long.